First time in a long time, we're making a PES video. Today we're taking a look at PES 2020, and I'm going to tell you all the things that they've announced already online and at E3 as well. If you're new to the channel and you want to see all the latest FIFA 20 news, maybe PES as well, if you guys enjoy this video, then make sure you subscribe today. We've passed 100,000 subscribers. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys who keep watching the video, supporting the channel. But before we get into the main topics, I just need to start by saying that PES is coming out on the 10th of September, which is a few weeks earlier than FIFA 20. So these are the main topics I'm going to be discussing today. We're going to take a look at Master League first, which is looking really nice actually. And then we're going to take a look at maybe gameplay, match day stuff, and pre-order details as well. So Master League is up first. You can see Johan Cruyff in the office there. And it's Master League Remastered. So this is taken from the Konami website. If you watch the trailer, you can see the same sort of screenshots and information that I'm going to read you now. It says, Master League has always put you in the manager's seat, but huge changes that allow you to drive progression through a new interactive dialogue system will empower you to manage club development with greater agency than ever before. Experience the ebb and flow of each season through dynamic interactions that reflect the result of every victory, loss, and contract negotiation. Additionally, your imagination will no longer be tasked with filling in the blanks when navigating the player transfer system. Enhanced integration of real-world data has now been incorporated to bridge the gap between game and reality, ensuring that each facet of the Master League transfer market is closely aligned with the real world of football. So, you know, if you've played PES before and you've done Master League, you'll know that the prices for some players are pretty bad. They're very low. And the whole transfer market doesn't really make sense. But hopefully they do fix this up, because if this game mode is really good, then we've got an alternative to career mode now. Manager models have also seen marked improvement, and legendary managers from several countries are now available for selection. And we're going to take a look at Maradona as a manager as well. With all this and more to come, there have never been more reasons to be excited for Master League. Well, I hope that when a player retires, they don't turn into a 16-year-old version of themselves. I mean, there's still a few other things they need to fix up. Hopefully they've addressed that issue as well with a proper youth system. Because right now, if Buffon retires at 41, he then becomes a 16-year-old version of Buffon. Same face, just a 16-year-old. So it doesn't really make sense. So we've got four main features for this Master League edition in PES 2020. The first one is interactive dialogue system. And it says, new in PES 2020, Master League's powerful interactive dialogue system puts the reins firmly in your hands when it comes to controlling story progression. Choose responses that suit your personality to drive mode progression and create your own personal Master League story. So let's take a look at some screenshots for Master League. This is a part of the interactive dialogue system. So basically these are like the cutscenes and stuff where you have to make different responses and make different decisions. So first up is like a area around the ground or something where there's coffee. Maradona's drinking a coffee. I never thought I'd see the day in a football game where you got Maradona drinking a coffee as a manager. And we've got a guy telling him some advice, maybe an assistant or something. And then we've got Johan Cruyff shaking some players' hands as well. And then we've got some training ground images where, you know, he's coaching the team with a coffee in his hand. How many coffees does this guy drink? And then we've got Maradona in the change room. I'm surprised he's not drinking a coffee. And then we have Johan Cruyff doing the same thing. And then we've got boardroom cutscenes as well, which is going to be amazing, I think, if they do it properly. And then there's another one there around the office areas and stuff. Another boardroom there that looks great. I think there's a training pitch in the background of the windows there. And then we've got another lounge room there. And then we've got Maradona in the office, Johan Cruyff in the office as well. Now, I've also found a screenshot of the press conferences in Master League. So this is what we've all been asking for in career mode, and apparently these decisions do impact player morale and stuff. So you basically get a question like, what style of football do you want to play this season? And you got three options. I want to see clean, sportsman-like football. I want to put on a show. I want to see the boys play hard. So if these affect player morale and stuff, then I think it's going to be a good little feature to have, and I'm going to be interested to see how it works. The second major feature in Master League 20 is more realistic transfers. In response to feedback from the community, the team have worked hard this year to implement a more realistic transfer system. The transfer market in PES 20 will use a brand new algorithm built on a rich library of real-world football data to ensure that transfers, transfer fees, salaries, and various other elements are in close alignment with reality. The new transfer system will be more customizable than previous years, with the ability to configure how often players transfer, how difficult negotiations will be, how often your players are paid, and whether your first year will feature a pre-season transfer window. Another new feature coming to Master League is improved manager models. PES 20 will allow you to customize your model with a greater level of freedom thanks to the use of high-performance 3D scanning technology to capture images of individuals of varying body shapes and sizes. Create an avatar in your own image or something entirely different. The choice is yours. Additionally, you'll now be able to play through Master League using one of several world-renowned managers as your avatar, including Zico, Cruyff and Maradona. So there's legend managers in this Master League now. And of course you can use Pez's customizable system where you can create your own one as well. In FIFA, we've still got those 7 or 8 managers that are just concept managers, no customization allowed besides their suit or a tracksuit. Doesn't make sense. And then another cool feature here that's getting added is customizable sponsor logos. Create and customize your own sponsor logos, which will be displayed on the media backdrop during interviews as well as on the Master League main menu screen. So you can see the image there with Maradona in the background are created sponsor logos where you can obviously have your own when the time comes. So overall, these features look really exciting to me because I'm a guy who just plays manager mode. Ultimate Team I haven't really touched for a few years, and career mode on FIFA has become pretty stale. I don't know what they're bringing to the table this year, FIFA, but I'm not really expecting much. And hopefully this is going to be a good alternative to FIFA, so it'll give me something to do, maybe even upload as well if it's really good. So we're done with Master League. I know that was a lot to digest, but they did unveil a lot of things, so we had to talk about them. But now we move on to gameplay, which also has a lot of things to discuss as well. So the development team have worked closely this year with Andreas Iniesta. And what they did basically with him is like use his advice, and they developed like new techniques and skill moves and stuff. I think there'll be one that is mentioned later on. PES 2020 will also feature realistic portrayals of player error, creating more opportunities for you to take advantage of careless mistakes made by opponents, while also encouraging you to live and breathe every moment of competition to ensure your own play is on point. Several new first touch techniques have also been added, empowering you to take command of the ball in a way that suits your personal play style. So the new dribbling technique is called the finesse dribble, and it's apparently made by or done by Andreas Iniesta. The second gameplay feature that they worked on this year was upgrading the trapping mechanics. So players are now going to be exhibiting enhanced intelligence when interacting with an approaching ball, choosing a trapping technique that is not only representative of their personal play style, but also one that suits each match situation. It also says a handful of new trapping skills will be available, including no touch control, which enables you to run beside a ball without making contact, and the trick trap, a skill that allows you to feint a trap in one direction before deftly veering off in the other to beat an opponent. The third gameplay feature is context-sensitive kick accuracy. Now this means that the accuracy of each shot and pass you unleash will change relative to your posture, your position on the pitch, and how much pressure you're under, making for a deeper and more authentic football experience. Now more than ever, you will be rewarded for timing, patience, and match awareness. The fourth gameplay feature is more realistic defense. It says in PES 20, significant improvements have been made to accurately recreate every tense moment of play that occurs around the box when defenders clamber to shut down a well-executed attack. These improvements include additional sliding tackle animations, more realistic animations when clearing the ball with your head, as well as the option to perform an intentional foul as a last-ditch effort to save an otherwise hopeless situation. Now the next new gameplay feature, I've lost count, I can't remember now, is improved ball physics. It says first touch interactions will now be rendered with far greater realism, allowing shrewd players to better anticipate the path of the ball. Technically minded football fans will also be able to take advantage of a finely tuned ball control system that will allow them to manipulate the ball with various parts of their feet and control it with a greater level of dexterity. Another new gameplay feature, adaptive player interaction, called Inspire. It says in PES 20, not only will each player's individual playstyle affect the way he interacts with the ball, but it will also have a significant impact on the behavior of the players around him. For example, when a player renowned for his dribbling takes possession of the ball, his teammates will spread out to give him adequate space to make a penetrating run. Similarly, when a known playmaker is on the ball, his teammates will position more aggressively to take advantage of his passing ability. This brings another layer of depth to squad composition, as you'll have to think about how different playstyles complement one another to get the best possible performance out of your players. They've also added a host of new skills and abilities, so this is another new gameplay feature. The first one is called Aggression. Players with this skill will bear down on another player with the ball with considerable aggression. There's another one called Tight Possession. Players with this skill will be able to use superior finesse and technique to outmaneuver the opposition in tight spaces. Another one is Through Ball. Players with this skill will be receiving an accuracy boost when playing through balls. And then the last one is Long Shot. Players with this skill will receive an accuracy boost when shooting from range. And the last gameplay feature is the ability to play like Ronaldinho. The introduction of several new Ronaldinho-inspired animation sets means that you'll finally be able to move like the man himself, using unparalleled technical flair and fluid movement to beat defenders with impunity. You'll also be able to use some of his showboat first touch techniques, including chest control and back control. Oh my goodness, that was a lot to digest, but look how many gameplay features they announced. Now, PES also introduces a new mode called Match Day, and apparently it's based on when a derby happens in real life, you get to pick a side or something, and then you can contribute points to earn your side's victory. I'm not really sure what this all is. I've been reading it, I don't understand it, so maybe, when they reveal more information, it'll make more sense. But yeah, it's got group stages, grand final, but like I said, I really don't know what they're on about here, to be honest. And we'll move on to the next one, which is visuals. Now it says PES 20 not only represents a giant leap forward in terms of gameplay mechanics, it also introduces a multitude of visual improvements to enhance your experience in matches and menus alike. So apparently this is the homepage of PES 2020. Look how plain that menu is. It looks like they've just done it in like 10 seconds. They put a few different icons and then that's it. I mean, it's simpler than what they used to have. Hopefully it's more quicker, less clunkier, because the old PES menus had loading screens everywhere, but I don't know, some people don't like it, probably give it a 6 out of 10 or something, but as long as it works, I guess, it doesn't matter, as long as it's quick. So let's take a look at the first new feature here in more depth, enhanced lighting engine. Whether you're playing under the hot midday sun or the brilliant glow of the floodlights at night, lighting conditions in PES have never looked this good. Vast improvements made to the lighting engine ensure a greater level of immersion as the stadium stands and players are brought to life under both natural and man-made light. So basically it's going to give you a unique visual experience in every time of the day or, day and night. Let's take a look at some photos that they've got here. This one looks very nice. I mean, PES does look great with all the lighting engines and stuff. This one is the Emirates. Look at the nice detail there for the Emirates. And this one was the River Plate Stadium as well. Looks pretty good. Here's the Nou Camp as well, which is going to be exclusive to PES, I believe, for another 4 years because Konami did sign a deal with Barcelona for the next 4 years. And then we've got another stadium here, which is the Boca Juniors Stadium. This one looks really nice as well. The next visual improvement is improved player models. 3D full body scans have been taken of various players to add a new layer of photorealism to player models in PES 20. Scanned players have been recreated with exceptional attention to detail, with each of their movements calculated and rendered in-game with stunning accuracy. You can see a photo of Messi there. That's probably his new body type. Another one here is realistic cutscenes and replays. This year you'll be able to sit down and treat yourself to a movie-grade experience with Master League cinematic cutscenes expertly interwoven with the mode's new dialogue system. So there's going to be Master League cutscenes there confirmed. Enhanced turf rendering. Dramatic improvements to turf rendering are coming to PES 20, adding depth and personality to each blade of grass. Now, if you want to see actual gameplay, you have to go to the Konami streams on YouTube and stuff. I can't show you anything because they do copyright strike. I think even the trailer I can't show you because they do copyright strike these things. But if you want to pre-order, I suggest you get it on the PS4 or the PC. Don't get it on Xbox One because you can't plug in those option files and install real kits and stuff in the game. If you got a PS4 and a PC, you can install mods on the PC, and the PS4 you can install the option file. So you plug in your USB after you download it from a website, and it imports all the kits into your game, all the real names as well for the clubs, so you feel like you're playing a licensed game in the end. Obviously there's a lot of digital pre-order bonuses, there's a Legend Edition and stuff, so just go on the PS store, you can read about all that, what you're going to get as well. If you pre-order, there's lone players like Ronaldinho and Messi and stuff, and it's probably not going to come cheap, but that's the way it is. So that's all for today's PES recap. I think I need to take 2 days off. My voice is killing me now after reading all that, but I hope you did enjoy. If you need something else to watch, make sure you check out my FIFA 20 news show. If you click the card in the middle, it'll take you to the playlist. You can watch all the episodes.